What's going on, everyone? Kurt Singh here with a Great League battle video dealing with a single type cup. You got Cofagrigus, Shadow, Kanto, Ninetales, and Umbreon. Umbreon's running Psychic. Good coverage for your fighters. You can do super effective damage against them. And then we've got the Ninetales has Ember, Weather Ball, and Overheat. And Cofagrigus has Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, and Psychic. I have switched this team up. I've switched Umbreon to the lead. I feel like it's better coverage if you run into other ghosts and also Hypno, and also if you run into another Ninetales. It is more bulky, the Umbreon is, so it can stay in the lead longer, grab a shield from the opponent, and you're not pressured to shield. And then you have Cofagrigus for the end game if they happen to have another Cofagrigus or something like that. You're not forced to switch out. So there I land a big Overheat on the Clefable. So that works out well for me. Now I'm going to go for another Weather Ball here. That lands on the Registeel. So now I'm going to bring in Cofagrigus. And I'm going to shield this move up. And then I'm going to farm up enough for the Dark Pulse. And then I'm going to switch into my Umbreon. My thinking here was Umbreon will be able to take the Focus Blast, and I'll be able to get to another move, chip it down, and then I will have that move loaded, and they can't really farm me down, so they have to throw again, then they'll be dry, and I can throw. In hindsight, I think I could have just thrown the Dark Pulse and won the game with that first foul play, but I still win it. Good game to my opponent. There's the last foul play went through, and I took the opponent out there. So now we've got Cofagrigus into Shadow Mewtwo. So they switch right away into Clefable. So I counter with my Ninetales. Ninetales is good against Clefable because it resists the Meteor Mash, which I did shield there. Throw the Weather Ball, and it also doesn't die right away from a Moonblast or a Dazzling Gleam, which you'll see right here. They're going to throw a Dazzling Gleam just as I get to the Weather Ball. So we'll let that go through. Want to save the last shield there. Get to the Weather Ball. Throw this. That takes out the Clefable. So they bring in a Shadow Snorlax. So here I just get to the Weather Ball, but I can't throw it. I get licked down. So now I'm in a bit of a tight spot because the Shadow Claws and the Snarls are fairly resisted. So I take the first superpower, throw a Psychic. Now they're debuffed because of the Psychic, or the superpower. So I'm hoping the Psychic debuffs them again, but it doesn't. So I catch the next superpower on my Cofagrigus. That doesn't do hardly anything. They bring Mewtwo back in, and I think they know that it's over, so they give up right here. So good game to my opponent, well played. We'll jump into the next battle here right away. Let me know how you guys are liking this cup, if you are running a good line, if you're struggling to find a team that works. I got Cofagrigus into Vigoroth. So here I do not want to switch right away into my Ninetales, because Vigoroth has access to Bulldoze, which would nearly one-shot my Ninetales. So I'm going to let the first move go, thinking it's just going to be a Body Slam. They do Bulldoze me though. That's fine by me. I can shield up the next one here, and then go for the Psychic. So shield up the Body Slam. I'm going to throw the Psychic here. This will almost take out the Vigoroth if they don't shield it and they let it go, so that's good for me. So now they bring in a Haxorus. So I'm going to go for a Dark Pulse. I'm wanting to get a shield or do a good chunk of damage. They do shield it. Haxorus is very glassy, so I'm not surprised that they shield. So they'll throw a Breaking Swipe. That takes me out. That's fine by me. I'm going to come in with my Umbreon. And Umbreon is taking super effective damage from the counters, but the charge moves aren't going to hurt me too much, so that's okay. They have a Clefable in the back, so I answer with my Ninetales, throw a Weather Ball as soon as I get to it. I'm wanting that last shield so that I can potentially land Overheat. So I do get the last shield. So now at this point, I think they're gonna throw, and I'll shield. And then I don't need to throw an overheat anymore because they're low enough a weather ball will take them out, and then I'll have another weather ball almost for the Haxorus. And here I don't know if I would have got to the overheat to take out the Haxorus, but that's okay. I do have my Umbreon in the back still, and they're low enough that I can easily survive this move and then throw Foul Play, and that'll be a good game. So that they land the Breaking Swipe, but I'm able to get to the Foul Play. Good game to my opponent there. So, right into the next batch. We got Aramosa, I think that is. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. So Cofagrigus into that. I'm gonna go for a Psychic right away. I'm pretty sure it I actually don't know its moves. I have hardly ever faced one. They let that go though, and they're staying in, and I almost farmed them down completely. They bring in Machamp. So I'm gonna go right for a Weather Ball here, trying to get the shield. I do get a shield. Now, Machamp does have access to Rock Slide, so I do have to watch that. But they let me get to another Weather Ball. I don't know if they overtapped or if they were just wanting to farm down and get tons of energy. So I don't want to bring in Umbreon. So I bring in Cofagrigus, but my concern is that they're going to Rock Slide me, so I do shield. It's just a cross chop bait. So that's a little unfortunate for me, because I'm going to commit the shield here again, and this one is the Rock Slide. So I'm glad that I gave the shield up there. So now we're both down, no shields. They bring in the Aramosa, and they switched out, I guess, again. I probably wanted me to throw a charge move at them. So they've got Registeel, throw the Foul Play. Here's going to be another Focus Blast. I'll live this one, and they'll have to throw another one to take me out. So I get to another Foul Play, and this will get them near half health, I think. Yep, get some half health. Hoping to get to another Foul Play, and I can't quite get there. So this is going to be very, very close. I've almost got Dark Pulse, I believe. I have a Dark Pulse. So I throw a couple Shadow Claws, throw the Dark Pulse, and it's going to be a race for me to claw down, or do they get to another move? I am able to claw them down. I didn't want to throw there because I wanted to be able to throw at this thing knowing that it's farmed all day, all game. So that's a good match there. Get into the next battle here. Cofagrigus into Granbull. This is a fairly decent matchup actually for Cofagrigus, even though the Ghost typing is taking a lot of damage from Charm. The Shadow Claws also add up. So I do throw the Psychic, and then I switch out into my Ninetales. I'm going to shield up the potential Crunch. It is the Crunch, so that's good for me. Then they bring in Haxorus, and I go for a Weather Ball here. I probably could have gone for the Overheat, but they shielded anyways, so good play for the Weather Ball. I'm going to just let this go. I felt at this point that it was best to save my shield for the back. If they're bringing Haxorus into Ninetales, I felt like I could probably do well with energy on Cofagrigus and then a fairly healthy Umbreon. So I saved some energy on my Cofagrigus, and I switch in to my Umbreon. They throw a Breaking Swipe at me, so that drops my attack. But that's okay. So now they bring back in Granbull. I throw the Foul Play, and this should take out the Granbull, and that should be a good game. Oh yes, in the back they've got Muck. So I've got a Psychic on Umbreon, so I'm able to throw that, and then I've got another move on my Cofagrigus, so I reach that Psychic, throw that, and that's going to be a good game there. Thanks for watching today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit different having my face on the recording. Let me know if you guys like it, or if I should just stick to what I normally do. Nice shiny reward from my Go Battle League. That was a 5-0 set. I think I went 6-0, and now I'm at 7-0 running the same team with Umbreon in the lead right now. Thanks again. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video.